So we got our brand new 2026 F-150, and similar to you guys, we want to start modding it. But where do we start? Well, we decided to address the factory rake that comes in these F-150s. Now, even though we've got a 4x4 and we've got a towing package, there's going to be a rake built into these from the factory where the front is significantly lower than the rear of the vehicle. Now, they do this for a variety of reasons. The factory wants you to run a softer spring rate so it doesn't kill your ride. Well, with that softer spring rate, once you hook up a trailer, a car, a boat, load up the back with some 4x4s, it's going to allow the back of the vehicle to squat down, still give you a level ride height and predictable handling without killing you with a really stiff spring. So we wanted to bring the front back up. Let's face it, we're not throwing any 2x4s in this. We're probably going to bring the drag car to the track a handful of times, but leveling kits are super popular. Now, something that makes our leveling kit much different than the competition is we start with billet aluminum 6061 that we CNC machine, and we include grade 12.9 hardware. It simply doesn't get any better than that. In fact, there's a lot of kits out there on the market for half the price, but they use injection molded plastic. Well, think about it. This isn't a lightweight vehicle. Most of the time you got an F-150, like I said, you're hauling something, you got the family, maybe you're out off-roading it, hunting in the woods. The last thing you want to do is have a piece of plastic that's holding your suspension together fail and leave you stranded. That's why our Steeda kit is completely overkill, but it's designed to last a lifetime. Now, we went ahead and installed this kit on our F-150, and as you can see, it makes a nice difference. We're able to raise the front of the vehicle by a solid 1.5 inches. Now, something to keep in mind, and something I've noticed even on my Dark Horse, these vehicles are not going to be the same side to side, even from the factory. We've got 108 miles on this, and one side is slightly higher than the other side. But once we add our Steeda leveling kit, it raised it up nicely 1.5 inches on both sides. And speaking with our tech, Damien, who's installed plenty of these leveling kits, he even mentioned that some of those injection molded plastic pieces, they tell you to torque them to 35 pounds. He's actually cracked them before trying to get to 35 pounds. Well, with billet aluminum construction and grade 12.9 hardware, that is something you do not need to worry about with the Steeda kit. Even though we're only raising the front of the truck by 1.5 inches, keep in mind, you're still going to want to adjust your headlights. Now, I know that might seem foreign to a lot of truck people, especially here in South Georgia, where the front end's about 8 inches higher than the back, but you're gonna wanna redial in those front headlights so you're not blinding oncoming traffic. Now, if you've got some mechanical capabilities, the kit's not that bad. We don't have to touch the rear of the vehicle, and with a jack stands, and some tools, it's really not that hard of a job to do right there in your driveway. Now, keep in mind, because we are raising the front of the vehicle, you are gonna need to go and get an alignment afterwards. But let's go and see what other mod we're doing next to this F-150. So here we are with our second part we've added to our new F-150, although it's 2 parts. Our oil separator kit. The majority of you guys and girls out there, you're gonna want the passenger side oil filter. Get the PCV coming out of here. This is on the back side of the throttle body. That's what's gonna be drawing the most engine vacuum. It mounts up here real nicely right underneath your overflow expansion tank, and it makes accessibility of it really easy. Now, if you're a boosted application, or you simply want to run an oil catch can on both sides, we've got an additional one on the driver's side of the vehicle. Like I said, you're mostly going to use that kind of setup on Whipple kits or anything with a power adder, but it's one of the most important things to do. you just spent a lot of money on your brand new vehicle, or maybe you picked one up where you've had it for some time. The last thing you do is want crankcase oil deposits clogging up your intake manifold, the back of your intake valves and things like that. So truthfully speaking, it is absolutely one of the first mods I did to my own personal vehicle, but it's something that should be done to all these vehicles. It basically still works the same as the factory. You're using the factory vacuum to remove crankcase pressure, but instead of letting all that oil mist go right back into the engine, you're able to collect it right here in the catch can. And like I said, that keeps the gunk, the deposits out of your intake manifold, off the back of your intake valves, and it's just something that every owner should do to their vehicle. Now you might notice these kits look a little differently than our previous generation oil separators. We use billet aluminum, we anodize it, military spec hard coat anodizing, so it gives you that nice industrial look to it. We've also gone ahead and upgraded all of our hoses to this nice braided black line. In fact, it looks similar to this covering that the factory used over the overflow tank. But nice AN fittings, adjustable bracket. I mean, it is really a high quality kit. So the third and final piece we want to add to our new F-150 is our Steeda adjustable rear sway bar. Now, the F-150, it doesn't come with a rear sway bar from the factory. You've got your front sway bar, but you have nothing in the rear to really help control body roll. Now, this isn't a sports car. We don't expect you to go out and hit the slalom or anything with it. But what it does do is eliminate the sway when you're going around corners, when you're towing, and when you have a load. It's why it's one of our most popular parts for the F-150, because it really makes a huge difference in just everyday driving. And because we're not changing the spring rate, the ride is still very good. But what we do here is we connect it directly to your rear solid axle. And then up front, we have adjustable end links that connect directly to the chassis. So we're trying to keep the chassis and the rear axle parallel, which is gonna make cornering, towing, anytime you're hauling, that much more comfortable. Now, something that's different on the Steeda kit compared to some of the other kits on the aftermarket is we've got adjustable end links on this, which means in this case, if you've got a 4x4, it's gonna come slightly taller from the factory. We give you longer end links, but they're adjustable. Say you wanna add a 4-inch lift to your F-150, you don't need a different rear sway bar. You simply loosen up the jam nuts, adjust our 4140 billet nickel-plated chromoly adjuster to get your sway bar as parallel to the ground as possible. Now, if you can't, it's not a big deal, but it gives you the adjustability so you can buy this bar, maybe a couple years down the road you want to raise the vehicle, you still have plenty of adjustment room to make that happen. We also use high quality urethane bushings and give you grease to make sure that they stay quiet for a long, long time. Now keep in mind, while this might be a brand new 2026, we make these sway bars for 2009 to 2014 and then 15 to current, both in 2-wheel drive, which is going to have shorter end links, and as this example, 4-wheel drive with longer end links. Now, let's say you change it up and you want to really raise your 2-wheel drive. Not a problem. There's no need to buy a whole new kit. Simply reach out to our sales team and we can provide you with the part numbers to give you the longer end links to get you that adjustability for your jacked up 2-wheel drive F-150. Not only is it adjustable with the end links for your ride height, we do have our Steeda 3-position rear sway bar. So you've got a soft setting, a middle setting, and a stiff setting. So like we always recommend to people, whether it's an F-150, Mustang, Fusion, Explorer, start in the middle hole, and that way if you want a little more body roll, you can go to the softer setting, or if you want a little less body roll, you can go to that stiffer setting. Now, as we mentioned, the front, it too has a sway bar. Ours is missing. It was actually the simplest sway bar ever to remove. Why? Because we're working on a Steeda version for your F-150. Now, not everyone's gonna want a front sway bar, but you're seeing more and more of these trucks on 20s, 22-inch wheels and tires, and that's gonna really give you the ultimate street truck that can really carve it up. So we just got done with those 3 mods on a brand new F-150, and we consider those essential mods for any new vehicle. Now, if you remember, we've only got 87 octane in this. So the plan now is to go through a couple tankfuls of 93 and throw it on the dyno. Is it gonna make more horsepower with 93 octane versus the 87 it's delivered with from the factory? So stay tuned for that video and let us know, what other parts would you like to see us throw on the F-150? Would it be wheels? Would it be a lift kit, a lowering kit, maybe a power adder? So stay tuned. We've got a whole bunch of things we want to do to this new project vehicle. So hit like, subscribe, follow us on all of our social channels, and remember, Steeda, where speed matters.